Hey everybody, what is going on? Welcome back to some Minecraft Hardcore. My name is FritZy. If you guys have been here before, you already know that. But if you guys are new, feel free to check the description so you guys can check out the playlist for all the current episodes leading up to this one. Now, in last episode, we ended up moving out of the mine and into the brand new castle. Technically brand new. We built it in episode 1, but who's counting? We finally moved into the castle and did a full interior. We ended up doing a chest room. We did an enchanter room. And of course, the bedroom. As well as a small extension to the roof since the initial build. However, since then, I have done a little adventuring on my own. It was a pretty successful run. I got almost every single block that I will ever require going forward. Mainly a bunch of different tree saplings, and I even ran into a little friend. So let me go ahead and roll those clips for you guys so you can see what I got up to. So one thing that I want to build is a barn. I think a barn will look really cool here. However, I want to do the typical red for the barns, but I don't have any red blocks, and that's kind of an issue. So my goal for this episode is to venture out and find myself some red blocks. I know mangrove trees, which I've never used to build, are quite red. All right, let's start venturing out this direction and let's see what we run into. Hopefully we can find mangrove, and this is probably going to be my view for a while, as almost all of the surrounding area for here is ice. Oh, found a village. The villagers sell mangrove tree saplings. Okay, why do you have pumpkins blocking the doorways? Why? Okay, I'm not asking questions. Oh. I mean, I have to go up there and see what's happening, right? I can't leave it. Is there an ally? Ugh. Completely missed that punch. What? Okay, so I guess we'll get some acacia wood as well. Why is it just a little tiny island of acacia? I mean, I guess if all fails, we do technically have a reddish block, so at least I got something out of this. I'm also gonna grab some vines since we're here, as I don't actually have any regular vines. Holy hell. Oh, these are the pale oak. Okay, so I got the 2 saplings growing at home. This is very ugly. I'm kind of happy I didn't grow these in front of my house. Okay, so what does this look like in terms of... Oh my, is that pink? That's actually a weird color. I don't know what I would mix that with. And I'm also gonna go get some dark oak. This forest is huge. I didn't realize it'd be like this. Why have I found everything but mangrove? Pale hanging moss? What the heck? Ugh. 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 What is that? Go. 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 I got an ally. Oh my gosh. Here, I'm gonna give you a piece of meat. Will you take that and then follow me?
No.
Hey guys, I'm in your base. Why are they just spawning in like that? You're free. Do you want a block? Oh, I gotta tap them. That's... Is that it? Nope. Okay, so I think I got an ally. I got 2 of them. So they both follow me and then I can breed them at home. Even though I am way too far to even be worried about that. Oh. I was admiring the grass. I was like, why does it look so fancy? I don't know. It looks so... Oh, and it's a village. It looks so grassy and fancy, but I saw a jungle. We're going there. It'd also be really cool if we can find a panda, but I don't think this is that type of jungle. I think it's just a simple jungle, not a jungle. I don't know what the difference is, to be honest with you. Let's go. I struck jackpot. What is that? Is that more over there? I finally, thank gosh, that's a mangrove, right? The heck was that, a frog? That is a frog. The heck? Completely forgot they had frogs in this game. And while I'm here, I might as well grab some fairly quick and easy mud. Could always use this. Oh, I almost just took a head off. Okay, I really wish I had like shulker boxes or something, but we've got a lot. I think we're okay. And then now that I've been here, I technically have the coordinates, so I could always come back if I really needed to. I'm gonna name you Ted. Now we just need to figure out where the heck I gotta go to get back. Oh yeah, and, well, this happened. What? No! What? Don't go over there. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little adventure. And as you guys saw, we got mangrove, and we also got pretty much every single sapling that we could ask for, as well as an ally. Now, sadly, we did lose one of the allies in a horrific accident. Now, I almost lost the last ally. We ended up going over water in a boat, and I found a ruined portal. So I went over to adventure and to see what it was, and the ally actually got sucked into the bottom of the ocean from a magma block. Now, I thought he had died, and I was ready to get on with my day, and I decided to take one little look, and I saw his little face sitting down there, just waiting for me to rescue him, so I did. Luckily, we ended up coming out with at least one ally, but I would have preferred two. Also, I'm probably in danger. That wasn't that bad. Oh. Hold on, I have a lead. Please don't run away from me. Why are you just walking up to me? Do I have something you want? Do you want meat? Oh, look at me go. I installed better animations. Look at me go. Okay. I don't know. We're gonna keep this fox. Now, it might be a little too warm in here. You're used to cold climates, but don't worry. Maybe there's an ally. You wanna have a friend? Will you eat the ally? Is that like a disaster waiting to happen? Okay, I'm sorry. I won't do that. Can't get it. I can't get it back. Do I have any other fence posts that aren't in the ceiling? Can I? Okay, we're gonna grab a post. I guess you will be the. You'll keep watch on the chest room. That sounds like a good idea. Anyways, yes, I did install, or I had a bunch of mods installed. They're like client-side data packs, kind of. Obviously nothing that changes the actual game itself, but I added some invisible item frames, as well as just a little animation for when I run. That it was kind of funny. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. I don't really think I added too much. I just kind of updated the mods that I already had. But in last episode, I did get a comment saying to use mangrove stairs in the build instead of the nether brick but at that point I had already gotten the mangrove, so it was perfect timing. I decided to implement it into the stairs, and I think it looks really cool. Now we do have glowstone down there, but I decided to put trapdoors just to kind of cover it, and now it looks a little nicer, and it kind of matches since it's the same color. I think it's okay. So for the main stairs, I did keep the nether brick, and I added the mangrove in the middle. I also added some tough stairs in with the stone brick stairs, and I think that gives a nice contrast. Now for the ally, typically I would ask for name suggestions. However, I already had a perfect name, Rupert.
Good night, Rupert.
So with all that being said and out of the way, let's go ahead and I guess give me a name suggestion for the snow fox. I guess I could try and find another one for you and come up with something exciting. Oh yeah, I got myself a snowman. It has been long overdue. I've had the snowman idea in my head for like 4 episodes and I just haven't done it. But we finally got a snowman. I should have thought this one through a little further. Every time I walk outside, I think this is an Enderman. Now, I definitely need to install the Enderman anti-grief data pack or whatever it is, but I've still yet to do that. So here is pretty much everything that I will be planning on using in this build. We got a bunch of mangrove, as I want it to be a red barn. I think that's aesthetically pleasing, and I would like to probably do a deep slope. What? I'd also like to do a deep slate roof. I think that would look nice. I don't think I've done a deep slate roof. Now, in my head, I do have a kind of, I don't really know where I'm picturing it from, but I want the run. Anyway, in my head, I do have a barn design that I'm kind of picturing. I don't really know how I'm going to put it to life, as it's, I think, from like a cartoon TV show that I remember watching like forever ago. But I want to have white with the red, which the white would probably be, I don't really know, quartz, I'm assuming. That means we need to go into the nether and manually collect all the quartz that we can. So let's go do that really quickly. Look at that beast go on a mission. I'm also probably going to need to do something with this nether portal at some point. I don't really want to leave it down here, so I do need to remember to build a proper portal. Okay, is there, yep, immediate danger. Immediate danger every time. Okay, 61 blocks of quartz is probably not going to be enough. But it probably will be enough to start, so yes, that's okay. Well, after all of that, I just now have a bunch of junk in my inventory, but we'll drop that stuff off. We'll grab our wood for now. And make sure there's no creepers about to blow me up. We should be okay. There was one over there, but he's gonna stay over there. Alright, so for the barn, I don't want it to be too close to the hill just in case I make it a little longer. So I'll start about here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That way there's a center. Oh, there's a squid down below. Scared me. We'll go into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also like that. Should be okay. And I think that should be a big enough barn. I don't feel like it needs to be too large. I think that'll be fine. And then we'll bring it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do one more. And then we'll just raise all of this up. 8 blocks. I guess we'll do 5 blocks total for this. Okay, we just had enough for the framing. Now if we grab our quartz, and then we're just gonna simply do all the corner pieces, pretty much quartz. See what that looks like. That's giving me probably the look that I'm hoping for. All right. Now I want to do like big barn doors, but I don't really know what I would use for a barn door. I mean, obviously I'd want it to look white, but I don't really think there's any white trap doors other than birch. I mean, birch might work. Kind of ugly. I'll figure that out afterwards. Now I'm gonna want this will probably stay about that height, but I'm gonna do an extra tiny bit on top just to give it that round over that I'm looking for. And then that way it'll be a nice second floor as well. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I think maybe I'll lower this 1 block. I don't really know where the floor will be, but I guess probably here. Maybe I'll raise it up 1 more. Might be best to raise it up 1 more. Yeah, I think that's okay. Let's begin doing the roofs on this side here, just so we can kind of get a idea. I might want to make this a little bit taller. Now, it is a little hard to see because of the snow, so I apologize, but I think that's okay. I did raise up the roof just a little higher, but I don't feel like it's that bad. Maybe I want to raise it up just a little bit higher, but I think a peak roof kind of like this will be the way to go. However, I am out of mangrove planks, so I need to go grow a few of those trees. I think I want to carry the quartz out for the edges of the blocks as well. I completely forgot to do that. Now I'm going to replace all this later. I'm going to make this ceiling just a little bit higher for the second floor. Yeah, I think that is okay. I don't think I want the peak to be too high because that's not really what a barn is. I feel like a barn more like it goes up and then it's like a gradual slope. I think that's kind of how it is. So I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I think that's okay. Now it does have a big forehead, so I'll need to find a way to make that look good afterwards with some details, but yeah, I like that. So let's just put in all the quartz for the outline, and as well as finish off the side walls here. Okay, so I've done a little bit of villager trading. I ended up doing these toolsmiths. Now they're all maxed out at master. Made sure to do coal and iron trades. So I did a little bit of coal, but mainly iron, as I had a buttload of that left over from like episode 2, as I haven't even used any iron for a very long time. So I've just been using that to get emeralds, which has been the fastest way so far. It has pretty much been the only way I've been able to do this barn at all, but here it is. I think that is exactly what I had visioned in my head. Now, there's a little bit more details, obviously, but the shape is there. So for here, I want to do like a balcony, I think. Like most barns, they have like a big barn door on this side, and I'll do a barn door on the other side, typically. That's how barns are, I believe. So I'll probably add some like trapdoors or something, make it look like it's a barn door. Do something like that. And then I could probably, I mean, it's probably as big as a balcony that I would be comfortable doing. I don't want it to be too large. And then we can come up here and just do something like this as a temporary block. And then do something like that as the railing. Let's make a few more of those. There we go. Make all of our wood into trapdoors because I'll probably need it. And then we'll just finish like this. And then let's take these. I mean, these, what are they called again? These roots have been a very, very good temporary block for me to be using because I did get bamboo. I completely forgot I went to the jungle. I need to plant the bamboo somewhere because I could use those scaffolding. Yeah, I think that's okay. Now, maybe I won't do trapdoors. I'm not really sure. If I do, I'll probably do a different color because then it'll just blend in way too much with the... Or maybe should I change those to more of a railing? I don't know if I want to use the red ones because it might... I don't know. Let's leave it. Let's leave it for now. So I want to do windows. So we can do a window here. Should I do... Maybe do a 3 wide window. And then I think I'll do stairs here. Stairs. So we'll do stairs like that. That should be fine. Yeah, that's nice. And then we can do little shutters on the side, just like so. Could it only be 1 or 2? 3 shutters look a little goofy. I genuinely think 1 might just be enough. I think that might all be what I need, just 1 little window. I think this is the level the window is on. Oops. Go. Yeah. I think that's fine. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna remove 2 of these and 2 of these. And then what if I did this? That's 1, 2, 1, 2. I think that's okay. Yeah, it's probably big enough. I think what we're gonna do is do a window here and a window here. And I'll probably do the same design on the other side. I like that. Now we just bring it out maybe this far. Or is that too far? Yeah, that doesn't stick out too much. Once I do the roof on it, I think it'll blend in perfectly. So let's just get this side finished and then I'll duplicate it the other side. Yep, I think that adds just enough to the build without looking a little too silly. I think once the windows are in and it's properly aligned, I think it'll be nice. Now I probably will do ports on the corner just like that. But what if, let's go to the roof real quick. Now what if we did on this block here something... I'm not sure. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a chimney, sort of. I mean, it kind of gives off like the chimney feel. It's just, it's kind of weird having a chimney in a barn, but maybe I'll do like a fireplace in there. I think that could work. Maybe underneath this last block here, I could do something different. I'll leave it. I'll leave it for now. But we can go up and add in the windows here. So we'll do... Oh, We'll do those. Do I want to do stairs? It might look nice. What if I did, what if we did court stairs? Will this give the windows that white outline? Oh, I like that. There we go. I like the way that looks. Now this will up there, the chimney will only look good probably if there's smoke coming out of it. So I'll definitely need to put some smoke coming out of it. Now I like the way that it just kind of looks like that, but I'm probably gonna need to do it that way. I don't know, it'll be iffy. I guess let's go up there and see what I can do to it. I think it works. I mean, maybe I'll add some more details of sorts to it later on, but for now, I think having it just simple, it works. Now, for one thing is, we are kind of in the snowy area and nothing looks brand new. It all kind of has this roughness to it. So I want to see if I can do some stripped logs in there and see if it'll give it some more texture. Yeah, I think like that. Like right now it looks a little too brand new, but if we can just mix in some stuff like this, I don't really know what else would look good. I think the strip log is probably the only alternative block that I need in here. I don't think I need to go too crazy. It is a little hard to tell, but I think it definitely helps wear it down a little bit. I still need to do the second floor, but I am completely out of logs. And one thing that I'm thinking about is there's no way that this is on the same level as this, so I need to raise that window. And I need to do the same thing on this side as well. But I guess let's go cut down a few more trees and finish this off. All right, we got all the windows, including all these side windows here, completed. And we even raised up the barn door there, or the barn balcony, whatever you want to call it. I think I actually want to make this one block taller just so that it looks a little better. As I'm not a fan of how big the gap is between the door and the bottom of that. I think that definitely makes it look better. And by the way, I did do both sides. Now for the interior, I don't want to do grass for the most of it. I think I will do some grass because I plan on doing a auto sheep farm in here. So the sheep will go on the sides, and then I'll probably just do wood through the middle, and then I guess grass would have to be on the side there. So I think I'm going to use pale oak. Let me just sleep real quick, but I think I'm going to use pale oak. So I think I'm going to use pale oak planks for the floor. Now, let me do fortune so I don't collect all the ice that I don't need. And then we'll just strip all this back. And then I think I'll probably do it here. I'll bring this across like this. Okay, so here we got all the grass or dirt. I don't have a silk touch shovel, so it is dirt. Hopefully it will grow perfectly fine into grass. I guess I gotta make sure it's well lit. I want to do something with this because it's kind of ugly. And then maybe I'll add some lights above. But yeah, this is where the sheep will go. So we need to go over and grab the sheep. We're almost there. Here we go. We have just 3 of them. We've had many, many more, but we kind of lost them. It's not a big deal. We'll just keep on breeding them. Now let me just put down a bunch of torches and see if this grass will start to grow. I don't think it will. I do need to grab probably a actual grass block for it to transfer over. So let's do that. Is this silk touch? Nope. Well, let's dump some of this out and then grab our silk touch. I think grass needs at least one block for it to transfer. So we'll do 2 on each side. All right, so most of the grass is transferring over. So I think it is time to get these guys into their new homes. So I think I'm just gonna do probably this side first, as it's almost done fully with grass and I don't gotta deal with this big mess while I'm trying to work. So let's get this side done first. There we go. Yeah, follow me this way. Fall right in here, please. There we go. And then just plop this on top. There we go. So once that dirt block that the sheep is standing on turns grass and he eats it, there we go. Got our first wool. So now once he eats it, he'll turn it with its wool and then snip it. Now let's do the rest of these sheep. By the way, some genius decided to build this on a lake. So I gotta do a lot of building underneath it. All right, come on over. This is the last sheep that I'll be putting away. There we go. Beautifully done. Now, I did come across an issue that I didn't think about when I first built or started to build this, is it will not actually be even. So we got 2 blocks here. So I guess more dirt. So for this side, it falls just like that. 1 block away would be the side. And it'll be like that. It is uneven. Sadly, I didn't think that far through. So I will have to come back and reorganize this later. But that's fine. I don't really have an exact design in my head just yet for what I want to do. And then it gives me time to continue to breed these guys this little side, but it is functional. It is fully functional, and it's been going for quite a while now. We got 8 in here. 3, 1, 0, 0. I think it's working pretty good. Now, really quickly, before we continue the video, if you guys have made it this far, it's probably because you guys enjoyed the video or enjoyed my content. So I just wanted to quickly say that YouTube has added a brand new feature called Hype. Hype is pretty much a supercharged like button for small channels like myself. Now, if you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the Hype button. It is free. You have very limited per day, but you can use it on small channels like myself, and it helps push me to a further audience, putting me on a leaderboard. Now, currently it is only available for 39 countries, which you guys will probably be in. And it is only available currently on mobile. So if you guys are on mobile, feel free to hit the Hype button, as it will really, really help me out. Now let's get back to the barn. Okay, so I've been doing quite a lot of building since you guys have last seen. I have pretty much completed the entire interior. Just wanted to point that out. I have just been, I've been building. I've done a lot. I've completely forgot to hit the record button. Oh no. Oh, that sucks. I forgot to add a little... Yep. I forgot to add a drop system. Well, you know what? You're staying like that for now. I'm done messing with sheep. But we have... Oh, and I forgot... okay. We'll just restart. Forget you saw that. This is what the barn looks like. I actually kind of enjoy the block palette. Now, I've never used mangrove, and I think I'm definitely going to be using it more in the future. Although I don't think I'll probably use it on quite this scale, as it is quite bright, and it definitely catches your eye. Maybe a little bit too much for the build, but the barn, it works perfectly. So I've used a lot of red. I built these little rooms where there's nothing really back here. Added some lights. And added the second floor, which currently has no way to access it, but I'll probably do a ladder or something. I don't really know what the second floor would be even used for, but it's there. And then the back is pretty much identical to the front. Now, I was thinking of adding a little bit more details like some flower pots, but I actually don't know what I want to add to the barn for details. I'll probably do some hay bales, because the sheep do indeed take hay, so it would make sense to use hay bales. Maybe add some out front, and kind of like what I did over yonder. And yeah, maybe do some like flower beds on the side. So let's go back up to the castle and wait out this snowstorm, because building and recording in snow it's not fun. And while we're waiting out the snowstorm, yeah, I don't where did he go? I don't even know where the snowman went. Follow the trail. Is there snow up here? There's no snow up here. Oh, there you are. What are you doing up here?
You're my best friend.
What is happening over here? I just killed raiders like 20 minutes ago. That was just a warning shot. Now I do have villagers, and I'm not exactly sure what would classify as a village, so let me make sure they don't get too close. I do not want a raid. Well, that was exciting. Jeez. It's been literally 3 minutes. That looks all right. What if we did that up there? Will it create too much light down here? Ah, it will. That's the issue that I kind of have around here, is even over there I still haven't fixed most of it, but any lantern or any sort of light that I have outside just destroys that. So that's kind of sucks. And some lighting there. We'll add. Yeah, I want to put a source there, but it's going to do the same thing. And then we'll toss some of this inside here. I mean, realistically, you do not want to put lanterns on hay bales, as they'll probably catch fire, but hey, it's Minecraft. And it looks pretty good. That does not. There we go. And we'll probably just toss it in here somewhere. We'll do it here. Do it here. Okay, so let's move it one more forward. Now this is just a pretty simple wheelbarrow. Could this? There we go. Now it's kind of like we got some poop in there. And I guess let's do some flower pots over here. One here. Here and here. yeah, that already adds plenty of life to the build. Now, I did say I wanted to do barn doors, but to be honest with you, I have no idea what I would use for a barn door. So in order to keep it little more simple, and just not add too much detail, because then it'll just start to look way too chaotic, I think I might just leave it open. Maybe, or at least open until I can find some sort of block that I would like to use for a barn door. I'll do that. There we go. And then I could probably do something like that. And then I kind of want to do some sort of like dripping leaf. Oh, what if I take that back? Ooh, I like that. Now I do have moss back at the house, so I think I might add some sort of like leaves that I could. I'll go figure out what I can use, but I want to beef it up just a little bit, make it look more like it's drooping down. Now these are pretty much the only two things that I could actually have in my chest that would work, but we do have some lush vines. There we go. We got some lush vines in here. So we are gonna grab some of these. We can just add it here. I feel like up there made it a little too crazy, but I'm gonna keep it. Alright, that'll probably do. I mean, that's really nice. I mean, if this isn't the thumbnail, I don't know what is. This is, I'm very happy with the way this barn came out. I mean, it is very like the very typical red barn, which is exactly what I was looking for. I know a lot of people do like different style barns these days. Well, just be made of like random different blocks. But I really love the red barn. That was kind of my thing that I wanted to go for, and it has come out far better than I pictured in my head. Especially with these little details just sitting around like the little wagons. It just makes it more alive. And then the interior, it's fairly okay. I mean, there could be a little more detail, which I might putter around and just plop in some things here and there, but I'm very pleased with this state of the interior of this building, so I don't think I need to do too much to it. I mean, overall, it is just a sheep farm, so it won't be anything too fancy. But yeah, there's the barn. Now, I do plan on some point connecting all these buildings and stuff by some sort of pathway. It won't be a very nice pathway because it is out in the snowy area, so obviously it'd be maybe like gravel and dirt and path blocks, like whatever I could come up with. Obviously I'll mess around with some blocks and see which palette would look really good. But yeah, I mean, look at that view. It's a nice view. Everything is coming out wonderfully. Now, with the shaders on and the sun setting, is probably the perfect time as any to go ahead and end off this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm not really sure how long this video is going to be, but if it's a little shorter than the typical video, then I apologize. But I don't feel like I need to do anything further in this episode, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I mean, look at this. Just look at this view. It can't get any better than this. I'm in love with this area so far. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. And I'll see you guys real soon.